Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. Y'all are gonna get ready with me as if I'm on the phone with my best friend and we chopping it up. So we're gonna get ready, we're gonna talk about life. I'm gonna overshare about my life. I haven't been real talkative about my life. It's just like once you stop putting your whole life on social media or like sharing every little thing on social media, it's like you cannot go back. But I used to be so open with you guys and just explain everything and tell y'all everything. So I want to get back to that. Like I just love chatting it up, like little girl talk. I got on my pink robe. We got the pink decor in the back. We got the flowers from Valentine's Day in the back. Like we just chopping it up. Girl talk, girl moment, girl boss, girl queen. I'm gonna just start off with priming my face because that's the first step to having a flawless makeup routine. And also I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me like some girl talk questions and like stuff y'all want to know about in here, but we're gonna get into that later because right now we're gonna talk about me. Just do a little mini life update. I've gained a lot more supporters and stuff since I first started, obviously. So let me just introduce myself. Hi, my name is Michaela Amari. I'm 18. I turned 19 March 16th and I am a Pisces. I graduated high school last year in 2022. No, I am not going to college. I'm not saying I'll never go back to school in the future, but as of right now, I don't see college in my plan. If y'all don't know, I'm a full-time influencer. I make all my money from social media, so I feel like I don't need it right now, but in the future, I do want to be like a social media manager, like, you know, go through emails, help with video ideas and content and all that other stuff. In order to do that, I may go back to school in the future. Get a lot of questions about my car. I drive a 2022 Toyota Corolla. Her name is Blitz. We love Blitz. I love Blitz. That's basically all the tea about me. My channel is mainly based on recording my life. Like I got lucky and I'm able to record my life for a living, and it's something that I love. I've been into content creation since I was like 9 years old. I've had a YouTube channel recording American Girl dolls, singing, dancing, doing gymnastics and cheerleading. Like I've always been in the public eye. I just love this. Like this is always what I planned. I never planned to go to college. Like I never had a dream of college and all the other stuff because I knew what I wanted for myself, and now I am living my dream at 18 years old. It's so crazy to me because I worked so hard for this and I have it. Before I get into beating my face, I did want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Dossier. If you don't know what Dossier is, they offer you luxury scents for the fraction of the price. Dior, Gucci, Marc Jacobs scents offer cheaper than the original price of the actual perfume or cologne. Dossier did come out with a new line of their own perfumes called Dossier Originals, and I got all 3 scents to show you guys. The packaging of the Dossier Originals is orange. This collection is called the Genderless Collection, meaning these scents are all unisex. First one that I have is Fiery Leather and Rhubarb. The top notes are rhubarb, nutmeg, and melon. This is what the packaging looks like. It is just the classic Dossier packaging. This one is very musky and you can definitely smell the leather. It's actually vegan black leather. You do kind of smell flowers, but it's also musky. The main thing that you can smell is the leather, which I think is really cool because like it literally smells like a leather jacket, like in a good way. The second one from the Genderless collection, Sunny Velveter and Neroli. The top notes of this are bergamot, grapefruit, and neroli. This on the other hand smells really good. It kind of reminds me of Ambery Saffron, which is kind of a muskier scent, but it's also kind of sweet. You can definitely smell the orange blossom in this. I would describe this as very woody and floral. And the last scent from the Genderless collection is called Caramelized Lavender and Hazelnut. The top notes of this is salted caramelized hazelnut accord, lavender, violet, orange flower. It's very sweet, but it is gender neutral, so it does have a little bit of a musk. So if you're interested in shopping with Dossier for their Genderless collection, make sure you check the description box out down below because I always have more information and coupon codes because I never put y'all on without a code. Thank you Dossier for sponsoring this video. Let's get into beating our face. So we're gonna start off with eyebrows because that's always what I go for first. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do like a light beat today because it's kind of rainy outside. It's not that cute. I don't know about y'all, but the weather plays a big role on how I feel, especially when it's raining and like cold. It just never gives for me. For my eyebrows, I use the NYX micro brow pencil, and this one is in the shade Espresso. Like I said, I did ask y'all on both of my pages. If you don't follow them, you should follow them. For like questions or what y'all want me to talk about in this girl talk. So my first question is, am I mentally okay and how is life life is treating me. I want to start off by saying yes, I feel like most of the time when I'm like ghost on social media, a lot of y'all think that there's something going on mentally, which there kind of was. I just wanted to clear that up, that I am doing okay. I have been doing good. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I've been working a lot behind the scenes with like sponsors and, you know, trying to make sure I'm doing everything I need to be doing in all aspects. But life is treating me really good. I really can't complain. The only thing that's really like making me feel some type of way is that I've been kind of losing my motivation for YouTube. And this happens to me a lot. It's not like I want to quit doing YouTube or anything, but it's just like sometimes I just don't have the motivation to do it. I don't have the motivation to film or edit. I don't have video ideas. I've kind of been unmotivated when it comes to YouTube, but other than that, I've been doing really good. Let me know how y'all are doing in the comments, because I'm always in open ear, especially for like mental health stuff, because mental health matters. So if y'all ever are just not doing okay, or you need my advice about anything like boys or just anything in general, make sure to text me on either one of my pages, because I am always active on there and I will definitely respond if I see it. The next question is, how do you boost your confidence? In middle school, I was not very confident. If y'all can't tell, I'm a darker skin complexion than like literally everybody in my family. So that was always like something I was insecure about. It's just like one day something snapped, but my mom has always told me like, you're beautiful, your skin is beautiful, your hair is beautiful, everything about you is beautiful. So although I was insecure in like middle school about how I looked and like my skin color, one day I just got over it. Like one day I realized that it literally doesn't stop anything. It doesn't stop me from getting the guys that I want. It doesn't stop me from getting a job. It hasn't stopped me from doing what I want in life. I take those things and embrace it. Like now I love being chocolate. I love being dark skinned. For one, don't compare yourself to others, because that's what I was doing. Like when I was in middle school, that's when like being light skinned was popping and like everybody wanted a light skin. And you just have to realize that, okay, everybody is beautiful, light skin, dark skin, brown skin, skinny, fat, tall. It doesn't matter, but you have to be confident in your own skin, because you're the only one that's going to be living in your skin forever. I had to learn to love everything about myself. And then I was also very insecure because I was very skinny. I didn't have hips. I didn't have a butt. I didn't have boobs. But you have to realize that who cares? Like you have to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, because you're the one that has to live in it. And if you don't like these things and you're able to change it, go do that. Like you can't compare yourself to these people on social media, because everybody has insecurities. Like every single person. I was insecure because my forehead was big. Who cares? I have a bigger brain. Every day, find something that you're insecure about and just appreciate it. You don't like your stomach? Sit in the mirror and just look at your stomach and tell yourself, my stomach is beautiful. My nose is beautiful. My shape is beautiful. You just have to learn to love everything about you. My stretch marks are beautiful. Everything about you is beautiful. No matter what anyone says about it or how anyone feels about it, tell them to fuck off and that you're beautiful. But people would talk about how I look all the time in middle school. But at some point, you just have to learn, like, it, just don't let it faze you, because people are always going to talk, no matter if you're doing good, doing bad, or in between. So learn to love yourself and just stop giving a fuck about other people's opinions. Real big sister moment here. Somebody said tips for your first time, because I'm scared to ask my family or friends. See, I usually don't talk about this on social media, but I'm just gonna give y'all some tips, because why not? I love y'all. We're like this at this point. I feel like I have a lot of younger girls that are subscribed to me and like they just don't know about it or whatever, but I can definitely understand like being scared to ask family or friends. But one thing I can say about the whole like losing virginity situation is to make sure the person that you're giving your body to is somebody that you trust. Just don't give yourself to anybody, because my mom always told me that your body is sacred. Everybody just doesn't deserve it. Just make sure that you are doing it because you want to do it, not because your friends are telling you to or anybody else, because I know a lot of the times you can get peer pressure into losing your virginity because that's what your friends are doing. You're the only virgin. And I'm gonna just tell y'all something. I was the only virgin in my friend group, and none of my friends ever peer pressured me to do anything that I wanted to do. And if people are peer pressuring you to lose your virginity or do this or do that, just know that they're not your friends. They're not. You have to do things when you are ready to, not on anybody else's timing. Don't do it just because you're 19 and you haven't done it yet. Like, don't rush yourself. Make sure that you're ready to do it, because sex is not just sex, and that's how I feel about it. Like, there's deeper meanings to everything in life. Not even just your friends. Make sure that the guy or girl or whoever that you're having sexual intercourse with is not peer pressuring you or manipulating you into doing something sexual with them, because that is not okay. Only do it if you 100% want to, if you feel comfortable. So somebody asked me how to get over a heartbreak. So for me, when I was getting over my heartbreak, I feel like I made sure that I took a lot of time to myself. I wasn't on social media, and the number one thing or number one tip that I have is to let yourself feel all of the emotions, the anger, the sadness, everything. I feel like in the first week or two, just let yourself feel every single emotion. Let yourself feel it, because if you keep pushing off these emotions, you're never going to heal. Sit with those emotions, realize how you feel, why you feel this way. After you feel these emotions, I'm not just saying that it'll just go away. Turn that energy into something else. So what I like to do, I would journal, because journaling helps me a lot. Sometimes I don't like telling my friends or just venting it out with anybody. I like to just sit with myself and my thoughts and just figure it out that way. Write in the journal. Go to the mall. Go eat by yourself. Go, read a book. Reading was something that really helped me get through my heartbreak and get my mind off of things. I took a lot of time to myself to just really realize what I was going through. Like, I didn't want to push it away. I wanted to feel it and heal the right way. Another thing that helped me was blocking the person on social media or muting their stories. You don't even have to unfollow them. Mute that story so you can't see them. Out of sight, out of mind. That makes it a lot easier, because I know, like, during a breakup, people will post, songs and stuff, trying to throw shade or whatever. Just mute the story. Out of sight, out of mind. And that's the best way that I could do it. Like, and then everything that you feel bad about, like, go treat yourself. Go get your nails done. Go get your hair done. If you look good, you feel good. So honestly, create new hobbies. Go hang out with friends to get the number one thing is to really turn that energy into something else. My creative outlet is always YouTube. So I took it upon myself to, really grind hard. And the month that I got my heart broke was the month that I had the best month on YouTube. I made the most money. I was the most active. My videos were doing amazing. If it's meant for you, it'll be for you. You won't have to force it. You won't have to do anything extra to try to make this work. The next topic is outgrowing friends. Now, this is something I feel like that I can really talk about and really eat up. I've outgrew friends. I have, had falling outs with people. I just want to tell y'all that it is okay to outgrow a friend. It is not like the world is going to be over if y'all stop being friends. And I feel like a lot of people don't look at it that way. They just look at it as, oh, she changed up, like she's doing this now, so she doesn't want to be our friend no more, or she thinks she's too good for us, and all this other dumb shit. Honestly, if you know that your friend doesn't have the same view on life as you, or they're not, I don't know, it's just some things that will make you feel like that you're outgrowing a friend, and that's okay. All people are not meant to be in your life forever. Sometimes people are lessons. Sometimes people are there to teach you something or help you learn something. And it is okay to outgrow them. Like, don't let people make you feel like it's a bad thing when you just want to stop being their friend, or just other little stuff like that, because I just know how it is, especially if you're a female. And I feel like you'll know when you outgrow a friend, because it's just like, feel like you don't connect. You feel like y'all have different views on life and y'all are just going in a different way, a different direction. And also, somebody said maintaining relationships and friendship breakups. So for friendship breakups, the worst thing that ever happened to me was when me and my best friend fell out. And I feel like this kind of ties into growing into adulthood, because I was so used to us being together 24/7, always taking out on the weekends, always seeing each other, always spending the night with each other, just always just me and her 24/7. And when she got a boyfriend, that really changed for me, because now she has a boyfriend. I'm not the first priority. You feel what I'm saying? So you just have to learn that friendships will change. They will evolve. It's not going to be the same way it was in 7th grade when you're graduating high school. You have to learn to meet in the middle. And that's what we did. We learned to, okay, you're gonna hang out with me this day, I'm gonna hang out with you this day. And it was just very different, especially because, if I'm being realistic, like, she had a boyfriend and I didn't. I was just living my city girl life and she was locked in, and it just made me feel like damn, I done lost my best friend now to some dude. Like, I've been here before him. It's just a lot, but you just have to learn that It's just something that you have to deal with. So I recommend like having a conversation, and that's what really helped us. Just have a conversation about how we feel and like what needs to change, because although she's not my boyfriend, we still have a relationship, which is a best friend relationship. It's still a relationship. We still need to talk and communicate with each other. And one thing about me, I hate communicating how I feel. I'd rather just take it, suck it up, and then just, you know, distance myself. And my best friend is more of just like a talk it out person. Like, let's just talk it out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So y'all have to learn to meet in the middle. And like, we're adults now. And with going into adulthood, what I can say is adulthood sucks. I'm not even gonna lie. You have to pay all these bills and do all this other shit. I wish I was 12 again, because who said that I wanted to do this? Like, who signed me up? You know, paying big girl bills and all that other stuff, along with like friendships and relationships. Everything is going to change, especially life after high school. Like, it just made a whole 360. Like, it just all changes. Everything does. But I can't really give the best advice because I'm still trying to figure out the whole adulthood thing. Like, it's not all cut and dry. Somebody said fake friends. Don't deal with fake friends. If you know they're fake and you've seen them do something fake to somebody else, get out while you can, because they will do it to you. Like, they will. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. How do I reject someone? I'm a people pleaser and it's hard for me to say no. I can definitely feel you on this, because I hate hurting people's feelings. I hate making somebody feel some type of way. So my thing would just be figure out how to tell them in the nicest way possible. Like, I'm just not ready for this right now, or something like that, because a lot of the times I feel bad for feeling some type of way, especially when somebody else feels a different type of way. Like, I'll just suck up how I feel so that the other person can be happy, but that's not a good thing. Like, I had to learn to start putting myself first, and I feel like I'm not a people pleaser, but I can be at times. I would just rather you be happy and I just suck it up and I'll just get over it. If you don't put yourself first, who will? Just sit back and think. If it was somebody else, or if the roles were flipped, how would they react to this? They would tell me like, oh no, like I don't want to be with you, or no, I feel this way. You just have to be straightforward and just stop being a people pleaser, because it's your life and you have to do what you want with it. What to do if your nudes ever leak, or what to say when a guy asks you for nudes. The number one thing is don't send nudes. Just don't do it. I'm just gonna go ahead, and I'm not even speaking from experience, because I've never done that or had anything get leaked. Or actually let me just be open with you guys right now. One time in, like, I don't even remember what grade what grade it was in. I was probably in like 10th grade. I took a picture of my behind that I should not have posted, but I posted on my close friends. You know, like, that's what people do when they're close friends, like post inappropriate stuff, or just like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Somebody literally sent the picture of my behind to my mother. If y'all don't want to go through that, or you don't want to risk your mom or your grandparents or anybody, your dad, seeing a picture of your ass, then just don't do it. Because there's always a possibility. There's always somebody who might screenshot. There's always somebody who might just do something weird or whatever. So my best advice is just don't fucking do that shit. Please learn from my mistakes, because that was the most embarrassing thing to ever had happened to me. So if somebody asks, just simply tell them no. And if they keep harassing you for it, girl, call the police or something, because that is just weird. Someone said, is trying to get your crush to like you worth it, or is it better to get over him? I have went through the stage of trying to get a boy to like me. Being honest here, boys are easy. If he doesn't like you, he just doesn't like you, and that is okay. Not every boy is going to like you and think you're the baddest bitch in the world. Although sometimes I do feel like every person in the world should just think I'm the most beautiful thing walking, but it's just not realistic. It's just not real life. One thing I will say is, do not waste your time trying to get a male to like you. Boys are shit. There's no way. Like, no, do not spend time trying to get somebody else to like you, boy or girl or whoever. Honestly, if somebody likes you, you will know. Don't go out of your way trying to get somebody to like you, because if it's for you, it'll be for you. And that's something that it took me a long time to learn, especially with guys, because I used to find myself like trying to force somebody to like me. And 9 times out of 10, if they don't like you now, once you glow up, they will like you later. And learn that, like, literally the boy that I spent my whole middle school years trying to like and trying to get him to like me, he ended up liking me years later. When I did not find him attractive in the least bit, but now he thinks I'm the most beautiful girl in the world walking. Like, I'm telling you, boys are easy. If he likes you, he will like you, and don't waste your time trying to get a guy to like you, because honestly, it's not worth it. Like, someone said, how do you get out of your shell and meet and talk to new friends? I'm such an introvert. And honestly, I have no advice for this because I am the same way. I am so shy, believe it or not. Like, if you were to meet me in real life, I do not act like how I act on social media. I'm very comfortable on social media and like on my platform, so I am very shy in real life. Meeting friends is so hard. Like, the friends that I have are friends that I've had since middle school. Social media now, it makes it a lot easier to make friends. Like Michaela, for instance. Michaela was somebody that I met on Instagram, and then it turned into a real life friendship. I feel like social media makes it a lot easier, like especially if you're always liking people's pictures and commenting and swiping up like you're so pretty. I feel like that kind of creates a bond, and after a while it will form a friendship. And that's how I make my friendships, like the ones that I do have. I feel like social media makes it a lot easier, but like in real life, if I were to see a pretty girl, I would just be in my head like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, and like smile at her, but I wouldn't say anything to her because I'm just so shy. But I definitely will say use social media to your advantage because it can really help you out. Like, somebody asked, what age should you lose your virginity? I'm gonna just go back to this and say that there's no specific age. It's just when you're ready. Now, if you're really young, like 14, 13, I know sometimes that's just the case for people who had to grow up really fast. But if you're asking me what's the good age, I'm pretty sure that you're not at the right age to lose it. It's just something that you know, like, okay, I'm ready for this now, because it's not just all peaches and cream. Like, there's deeper meanings to everything. You can create soul ties, you can create all this stuff. Like, it's a step into a different world. And if you are thinking about it and you're iffy about it, wait longer until you really feel like it's right. How do you balance doing YouTube and living life? For me, it's just always been something that I've done, but now since I'm out of school, it makes it a lot easier because I'm not at school. I don't have much to do besides YouTube and like my other little responsibilities that I have around the house. So for me, I vlog. So if I'm living life, 9 times out of 10, I'll just pull out the camera and hey, like, I'm living life and doing my job at the same time, which is why I love being a YouTuber, and I love that I make vlogs because it's just my normal life that I'm just bringing y'all along with me with. Quick intermission, somebody asked me what mascara do I use, and I use this one. It's the Essence Lash Princess, and it's in the like teal green bottle. For me, I live my life and do my job at the same time, which is a luxury that a lot of people don't have. You know, some people have to stop their life to work. I feel like being in school and balancing YouTube was the hardest thing that I had to do, because once I'm doing good in one, something is failing. Like, I'm all A's in school and now I'm posting like once a month on YouTube. Honestly, I don't feel like I ever really figured it out while I was in school. Like, I just did YouTube when I had the time to. I tried to plan videos ahead. So I just feel like once you get yourself on a schedule or like have set posting days and like really plan your month ahead, it'll be a lot easier to just balance everything. So the next topic is self-worth. Knowing self-worth is not something that you're just gonna learn overnight. And that's why I'm so happy that I went through this shit that I did when I was younger, like getting cheated on and all this other stuff, because now I don't take none of that. Like, I'm not gonna play with you about none of that. I know I'm worth more than that. Like, no. At the same time, I'm one to give a lot of chances. If I love somebody, I'm definitely going to give you a lot more chances because I love you. To realize your worth, the question of the day is, how much more am I going to take? How much more am I going to allow myself to take? And once you really ask yourself that question, how much more? How much longer? That's when you really start to realize your self-worth. Especially if you're not being treated the way that you feel like you should be treated. Just ask yourself, what else has to happen for me to really realize that this is just not for me? You know what standards you have. You know how you want to be treated. And don't take less than that. Simple. Like, if you feel like you're not just no $1 McChicken type of bitch, then don't take no $1 McChicken. Make that nigga take you out for steak. Not even just in relationships and other little stuff. Friendships too. Like, if you know you're too good for something, it's okay to be too good for something. A lot of people think like, oh, she's cocky. She thinks she's too good for this. But I am. People will perceive you from the outside. Like, if you act like on social media that you don't have self-worth and that you're just some girl who will accept anything, that's how people are going to treat you. And I'm being so honest because I've seen it happen before with my own 2 eyes. You can't just carry yourself any type of way. You have to do everything with meaning. I'm telling y'all, it all makes a difference. Like, it really does, because the way that I carry myself now versus in middle school, dudes even approach me differently. Like, people will approach you with respect once they realize, like, oh, she has self-worth, she's not going for none of that. Dudes are more like intimidated to talk to me now because of how I carry myself. And I know it's just not a thought, like, I know this is actually true because I've been told this. Like, before, when I was younger and I would just do anything, and I would get approached way differently than I do now. That self-worth, it means a lot. It really does. Now let's talk about situationships. A situationship is something that I physically hate to be in. I hate being in a situationship. I don't like it because I'm more of either I'm in or out. I'm not gonna be both. If I'm single, I'm single. If we're talking, then we're talking, and we're not talking to other people, which is why I hate the whole situationship shit. Like, people know how you're supposed to be treated, and after you tell somebody once, don't take anything less than that. My camera is literally overheating as we speak. It's turned off like 4 times. So this is my finished makeup look. I loved chit-chatting with y'all while I did my makeup, but I literally have the hot icon on my viewfinder right now, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up real quick. I love y'all so much, and thank you for, you know, getting ready with me while I overshare about my life. It meant a lot to sit here and chit-chat with you guys. I love having like a big sister moment, sister to sister moment, little sister to big sister moment. All of my social medias are always linked down below in the description box, so make sure y'all check me out on there because that's where I'm at when I'm not on here. I love you so much. Thank you, Dossier, for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you very soon with a brand new upload.